Hello again, everyone. Off and running on this Friday edition of Thoroughbred Action here from glorious Gulfstream Park West. Jason Blewett joining you once again from our clubhouse studios. 9 races on day number 34 of this autumn season. We'll get a lot more right now as we check out those track conditions and weather.
Fast and firm on this Friday afternoon here at GPW. Partly sunny skies as well in Miami Gardens as we head to the turf for race number 1. 7.5 furlongs. There's some 2-year-olds in this starter optional claimer, and we do have track announcer Jason Beam standing by with the call.
And the race is on. Hard Bell sent hard from that outside draw and quickly goes up to make the front. Shafiro is out in good order. Here's Hollywood Overdogs now coming up to take over that second spot. Valmy now going to settle back in fourth along with Mazzobello. Tangible's racing in sixth in the early going. Then comes Majestic Luna. And Dr. DJ is at the back of affairs, cornering a little bit wide as they rush into that first turn. And up front, it's Hollywood Overdogs who leads it by a head. Hard Bell on the outside counters right back. And those two throwing punches as they head onto the back stretch. They're 2.5 clear of Shafiro and Tangible, who fall into good spots third and fourth. It's another length and a half then. Back on the outside, Dr. DJ starts to make up a little bit of ground. Inside of that comes Valmy now. Mazzobello with one beat. And at the back of affairs, it's Majestic Luna. They continue their journey up the backstretch, and Hard Bell now goes out in front by a length and a half. Hollywood Overdogs tries to re-rally again. Those two have been cat and mousing a little bit up on the front end. Tangible continues to watch that unfold from the third spot. Shafiro stays glued toward the inside in third. Now here's Dr. DJ starting to make up some ground. Valmy now going out 4 wide as they rally past the 5/16 pole. And the picture changing now up front. On the outside, making a big bold after the move is Tangible. And Tangible quickly goes to the front. Alongside of him starting to rally is Dr. DJ. These two come to the top of the stretch. Shafiro just in behind them, trying to wind up his Valmy now. Final furlong time now. Dr. DJ, here's Shafiro. Valmy now being produced down the stand side. Tangible battles on down toward the rail. Final 16th time now. And Dr. DJ and Tangible, Shafiro, Valmy now. 4 of them still in with a shot. It's Dr. DJ in front, Valmy now, and Tangible. Dr. DJ got it. Tangible was second, third went to Valmy now for Shafiro.
Solid effort from the 6, Dr. DJ, as trainer Steve Dwoskin has enjoyed a very fine autumn here in Miami Gardens at Gulfstream West. Caught by hard spun out of a pulpit dam, and Miguel Vasquez has just been white hot lately. Nice effort from the 6, Dr. DJ. On the main for our opening dirt race, race number 2, will go at 5.5 furlongs. These are 3-and-up filly and mare maiden claimers. Claiming prices are $10,000.
And the race is on. Good start for Kaylee's Girl down toward the inside. A Magic Maker from the far outside. So the outside and inside runners fastest as they go up the backstretch. Tri-Delta Bay coming up to join them. And now those 3 go up front. They're 2.5 lengths ahead of All In Girl. It's another 3 or 4 back to Z-Red Rocket. And it's another zip code back to Downtown Cowgirl, who's at the back of affairs already about 15 or 16 behind as they head toward the far turn. Tri-Delta Bay and Magic Maker. Those 2 go into that far turn, and they're clear by 3.5 lengths as All In Girl sets her sights on that duo up front. Break of 2 more back to Kaylee's Girl, who's back to fourth. Another 5 to Z-Red Rocket, and still another 10 back to Downtown Cowgirl. Winding around to the top of the stretch, and up on the front end, Tri-Delta Bay, Magic Maker, and now joining them out 3 wide. Here's All In Girl, and All In Girl trying to swoop them and coming after the lead. Kaylee's Girl's back into the bit, coming up between horses. Final furlong left to go. 4 of them across the track. All In Girl, Kaylee's Girl between runners. Magic Maker now back to third, but a final 16th, and it's Kaylee's Girl who's gone to the lead. All In Girl trying to stick with Kaylee's Girl, but can't do it. Kaylee's Girl and Richard Mitchell are clear with 50 yards left to go. Kaylee's Girl to win it here by 2. All In Girl was second, third went to Magic Maker, fourth, Tri-Delta Bay.
Nice seeing a little bit of redemption here for jockey Richard Mitchell, who was DQ'd from a win last time out on the 1 Kaylee's Girl. Trainer Rick Arnold Jr. stuck with Richard Mitchell. You had the 2 Ricks getting it done here, and Kaylee's Girl sat a good trip and just ran a nice race in the second as a Florida-bred filly by Awesome, of course. And of course, fear not, we've got plenty more action coming your way on the other side of this quick timeout.
One of the world's most anticipated thoroughbred racing events of the year returns. The 3rd annual Pegasus World Cup Invitational at Gulfstream Park in South Florida. Drawing competition from around the world with a $16 million purse split between 2 Grade 1 races. On the dirt and on the turf. Experience the incredible fashion, spectacular world-class service and entertainment, and the unrivaled adrenaline of the Pegasus World Cup Invitational. Saturday, January 26th at Gulfstream Park. Get your tickets now at PegasusWorldCup.com.
Welcome back to race number 3 and thoroughbred action as we continue to sprint on the main. Good-looking race and cast of 3 and up fillies and mares in this $30,000 to $25,000 claimer. Had a claim, in fact, the one Doritza was claimed by trainer Leon Minot as we go back to Jason Beam.
And the race is on. Good start for the favorite, Gabrielle Elizabeth, who goes right out to the front, down toward the inside. Fashion Break going to go with her, and tapping on the brakes momentarily there was Pure Bliss, who shuffled back to 5th, was passed by Elias Story and Miss Wilby. And at the back of affairs early on is Doritza. They head up the back stretch, and it's a two-way battle up front. Gabrielle Elizabeth on the outside, Fashion Break on the inside, and those 2.5 ahead of Elias Story, who falls into a good spot in 3rd. Another break of 2.5 more finds Miss Wilby under a drive already from the 4th spot. Then comes Doritza and Pure Bliss at the back of affairs. Up on the front end now, meanwhile, Gabrielle Elizabeth has put away Fashion Break. Gabrielle Elizabeth makes a break for it at the 5/16. Fashion Break now trying to come back. It's another length and a half back to Elias Story in 3rd. They're 3.5 or 4 clear of Doritza, who tries to get going from 4th. And at the back, still Pure Bliss. They come around to the top of the stretch. Gabrielle Elizabeth, Fashion Break coming back at her and wants some more. Just in behind them, Elias Story. They're 3.5 clear of Doritza, who continues to make a little bit of progress. But Gabrielle Elizabeth comes to the furlong pole, a 2-length lead. It's Gabrielle Elizabeth in command. Fashion Break is second, 3 more back to Elias Story and Doritza. Past the 16th pole, though, Ronald Ordonez and Gabrielle Elizabeth are clear by 3. Fashion Break, Elias Story. It's going to be Gabrielle Elizabeth to win it with ease. Fashion Break was second, 3rd, Elias Story, 4th, Doritza.
Wow, 3 in a row for the 5, Gabrielle Elizabeth, who was thrown to the wolves as a 2-year-old, came back to Oscar Gonzalez off a trainer change over the summer, and Oscar's done right by her. Hasn't thrown her to the wolves, and she has responded, winning 3 straight, ascending in class each time. Ronald Ordonez, the winning rider, and Oscar Gonzalez, the winning trainer, filly by Bellamy Road. Race number 4 starts the Rainbow Six. Back to the turf as we go the mile in this 3 and up claiming race. Claiming prices are $12,500.
And the race is on. As expected, Day of Reckoning goes right out to the early lead. Weekend Express from the far outside is handy, as is Greeley is back. As they come by the wire the first time round, it is Day of Reckoning and Nick Juarez, who lead it already by 2 by the wire. Greeley is back in the 2nd spot. On the outside, Weekend Express out in 3rd. The Gray got some mojos 4th. Here's Porter Street, the favorite, 5th. Going to be about 3 wide. Here is Dave Hoden in the 6th spot. Just in behind that one comes At the Ready, and toward the back of affairs, Fast Fire, and Uno Amayo is the trailer. The 9 of them covered by about 12 lengths, as up front, Day of Reckoning has them strung out. Day of Reckoning takes them out of the backstretch, clear by 3.5 or 4 lengths. Greeley is back, coasting along nicely in the 2nd spot. It's then a space of 2 more back to Weekend Express, who races alone in 3rd. Dave Holt's up a couple of spots into the 4th spot. At the Ready also make a big med backstretch move. Then comes Got Some Mojo. Porter Street now with just 2 beat. Those are Uno Amayo and Fast Fire. They head toward the far turn, and still Day of Reckoning in front. It's Day of Reckoning by 2. Weekend Express At the Ready continues that long sustained move, is up to a joint second as they run toward the far turn. Then comes Greeley is back. Dave Hote tries to get a move on from there. It's then 2.5 more, then back to a struggling Porter Street. Porter Street being pushed along. In fact, that one being passed now by Uno Amayo. Meanwhile, up front, Day of Reckoning continues on. Weekend Express up to his outside. At the Ready just in behind them in 3rd. They're 2.5 clear of Uno Amayo. Porter Street now getting into the bit a little bit. Still has to make up 6 or 7. Day of Reckoning comes to the furlong pole. Lead still 2.5 lengths. Weekend Express on the outside trying to get to that one down the outside. Here's At the Ready. 16th pole time now. It's Day of Reckoning still in command. Late run from Uno Amayo right down the center of the track. Day of Reckoning, Uno Amayo. Here's the wire. Very close photo. Either Day of Reckoning or Uno Amayo got it there.
Excellent ride, aggressive ride. There was a plan there with Nick Juarez, and he made the others pay as the 8th Day of Reckoning for trainer Louis Ramirez just never slowed down. This son of Shanghai Bobby showed quite a bit of stubbornness and was very resolute in the victory. And Nick Juarez came to hand here earlier this week, and it looks like he's back in a nice groove. Big price here, above $30 on the 8th Day of Reckoning. Here's the 5th as we cash out the early 5 and early 4. Back on the dirt, I think this is the best race on the main track today. It's an allowance optional claimer for 3 and up and a purse of $47,000.
And the race is on. 7 Gems asked for speed, as is Chovanas, but it's going to be Ercolano who's fastest of all, and Ercolano up to get the lead. Chovanas still being shoved hardly, trying to get up in between horses, and on the outside is 7 Gems, and those 3 going quickly. Now Ercolano going to yield because those first 2 really wanted to be up front. Minute Madness moves into a nice spot down toward the inside in 4th. Then we come back to Motown Man. Born for a Storm has 1 beat at this point, and that's All Golden who trails. They head on to the backstretch. Chovanas, Romero, Ramsey, Mirage wanted the lead, and he has it by a length and a half rather. 7 Gems sitting in the 2nd spot. They're 3.5 clear of Ercolano and Minute Madness, who traveled nicely 3rd and 4th. They're now 5 lengths clear of the other duo, Born for a Storm and Motown Man, and still another 4 or 5 back to All Golden, who has to be spotting the leaders about 15 as they go toward the half-mile pole. Chovanas, no turning back now. Chovanas takes them to the fire turn in front by 2. 7 Gems in the 2nd spot. Getting closer now. Minute Madness toward the inside. Ercolano sent up for more from 4th, is still about 2.5 behind, but they're tightening up front. It's another 3 then back to Born for a Storm, who's getting a little bit closer as well. Then comes Motown Man, and All Golden still trails. Winding around to the quarter pole, and up front it's now Minute Madness who sneaks through and gets up to go to the lead. Trying to go with that one, 7 Gems. Just in behind them, Ercolano still pitching away as Chovanas, but at the top of the stretch, a nice move for Paco Lopez, and Minute Madness has the lead. It's Minute Madness coming to the furlong pole, stretching that lead quickly out to 5. 7 Gems, Ercolano, Chovanas, all left in the wake of Minute Madness, who comes to the 16th pole, 6 lengths ahead. Going to be a good battle for second. It might be Ercolano to get up and get that, but Minute Madness goes on to dominate here, geared down by 7. Ercolano did get second. 3rd went to 7 Gems. 4th was close, maybe Motown Man over Chovanas.
Easily the best race in quite some time, if not ever, from the 6 Minute Madness, who obliterated the field. I mean, this was a deep competitive race on paper, but Minute Madness basically turned it into a 1-horse romp off the claim and a layoff for Luch Racing. Peter Walder, Paco Lopez, sharp win from this gelding of Florida bred by Gone Astray. As we take a little time out, 5 down, 4 to go. Stay with us.
And Ghost Zipper is pulling away. Zapper blows them away with an eye-opening performance. Ozama again has won. Ghost Zapper kicking clear. Judy the Beauty.
And welcome back just in time here on Thoroughbred Action for the opening leg of Friday's Late Pick 4. Main tracking it with the sprint. These are maiden claimers, 2-year-old fillies. Claiming tags are $25,000.
And the race is on. Flying My Way came out very slowly. Starship Halo from the outside didn't come away slowly, goes right out to the front. Paso a la Reina begin, and down toward the inside, My Sweet Painter. Those 4 fastest up the backstretch. Shimmy, Shimmy, Shake in the blue colors. Away 5th, but only 2.5 off the quartet up front. It's another 2 back to Alyssa's Secret. And Flying My Way, after that bad beginning, is recovered as it still lasts, but only about 7 lengths off the lead. My Sweet Painter, Paso a la Reina in between horses, and a 3 deep begin. Those 3 go to the far turn. Shimmy, Shimmy, Shake down toward the inside, comes through inside of Starship Halo. Alyssa's Secret just in behind them is 6th and about 4 off the pace. Still 2.5 more back to Flying My Way, but a relatively bunched group as they go winding around the far turn. Paso a la Reina leads it by a neck. Begin on the outside. Starship Halo starts to warm up to the task. 3 wide. Saving all the ground is Shimmy, Shimmy, Shake in 4th. The others with some work to do as they come to the top of the stretch. Paso a la Reina still leads it. Starship Halo very wide, but coming on nicely. Shimmy, Shimmy, Shake cuts the corner door the inside, trying to rally up Alyssa's Secret. They've all got some work to do to get to Paso a la Reina. Paso a la Reina comes to the furlong pole, still clear by 3 lengths. Starship Halo down the outside, Shimmy, Shimmy, Shake with a little bit of late run toward the inside, but it's Paso a la Reina clear past the 16th pole. Paso a la Reina and Leonel Reyes go on to win it with ease here by almost 3. Starship Halo was second. Shimmy Shimmy Shake third. Alyssa Secret finished fourth.
They bet early, they bet often, and the money was spot on with the filly by Haynesfield, who wound up getting a popular victory in race number 6 at 2-to-1 odds. Alexis Delgado and jockey Leonel Reyes teamed up with this 2-year-old filly by the aforementioned Haynesfield King Angeles Corp, the winning owners. Here's race number 7. Featured spotlight race on this Friday card, and a good field set to battle on the turf in this allowance optional claimer. The 8 Grand Malbec, who's favored on the outside, is looking for his 6th consecutive victory.
And the race is on. Grand Malbec with his customary early speed. Earth from the outside. Teak part of the early mix. And Grand Saman, those 4 fastest as they go up the backstretch. I'm Cardinal the Gray came away in 5th. Very colorful's out in the 6th spot. Then comes Blue Chip Prospect. And at the back of affairs early on is Green Mansions as they head toward that far turn. And up on the front end, it's Earth who now gets away. Earth takes him into the far turn, clear 2.5. Grand Malbec going to have to come from off the pace today, as inside of that one is Teak. Grand Saman's racing in the 4th spot, about 4.5 off the lead. Then comes I'm Cardinal. Blue Chip Prospect to that one's outside. The others to some work to do as they've all chasing Earth. Earth arrives at the top of the stretch, clear by 2. In the 2nd spot, Teak moving out 3 wide. Grand Saman, Grand Malbec's got to get a move on in between horses. Trying to rally up comes I'm Cardinal and also Blue Chip Prospect. Final furlong time now for Earth. Grand Malbec now starting to go down toward the inside. Blue Chip Prospect is rallying as well. Earth has to make 100 more yards. Grand Malbec game on the outside. Blue Chip Prospect between him and Grand Saman down the outside. Grand Malbec just keeps finding ways to win. 6 in a row, almost 20% of the way to Winks' streak. Grand Malbec wins the 7th.
Well, Grand Malbec could not be stopped. 6 consecutive wins for this Florida bred, who's proof that a good horse can come from anywhere. He is by a stallion named Buckethead. I've never seen that sire before outside of Grand Malbec. Hard not to be a fan of this horse for Victor Barboza Jr. and jockey Amisael Aramillo. 7 down, late double after this. Down the stretch we go. Hardy, welcome back. And it is indeed deep stretch time with 7 in the books. Late double begins on the dirt. Last dirt race, in fact, today. 5.5 furlongs. These are 3 and up maiden claimers. Claiming prices are $35 to $25.
And the race is on. Slow start for Cowtown Cowboy. Good start for Just Bustin' down toward the inside, who heads out for the early lead. Also, Bullgratz, the favorite, is handy in the early mix as well. A count and Q right there. Sierra Una Volta to the outside. Those 4 battling up front. That quartet goes a length and a half ahead of Supery Dupery, who's up on the outside of Super Lucky. 3 more back to Ecliptical Bob, and then Cowtown Cowboy and Defense Force. Those 2 at the back of affairs. They take their run into the far turn. Sierra Una Volta and Bullgratz, those 2 going on with the best. Accountant Q, a handy third, now starts to gain up and moves into a joint second. In fact, goes past Bullgratz, the favorite, who's now back into third. It's another 2.5 back to Supery Dupery, who moves up on the outside of Just Bustin'. The others with some work to do, but Sierra Una Volta is trying to get away with Accountant Q. These 2 come to the top of the stretch. Accountant Q on the outside. Sierra Una Volta down toward the inside. They're 3.5 lengths ahead of Defense Force and Supery Dupery, who trying to get going late. Final furlong time now on the outside. Accountant Q. Sierra Una Volta battles on down toward the inside, and these 2 are slugging it out for the final 16th of a mile. Accountant Q on the outside. Sierra Una Volta on the rail. Sierra Una Volta battling back to win it. Sierra Una Volta, very game. Leonel Reyes. Accountant Q was second, third. Supery Dupery in a photo for 4th. And the race is on. Right side of the road got out in good order. Flash Proud Wild, that one's outside and down toward the inside Narrows Bridge. The favorite is Handy. One slick fact up from the far outside, trying to get over, but might be cast out 4 wide as they approach that first turn. It is Narrows Bridge to make the lead. One slick fact got over to the 2 path, so in a pretty good spot as they go into that first turn. Bright side of the road cuts the corner nicely. Princess Juliet starts to make a quick, big outside move, and Princess Juliet was 5th a second ago and now is all the way up to assume command. Flash Proud Wild sets back in 6th. Then we come back to Rucciamora in the 7th spot. Inside of that one, Conquest Point, and at the back of affairs early, Kind-Hearted Coda and Subtle Hope at the back. But Princess Juliet, Carlos Montalvo wanted that lead, and he has it. It's Princess Juliet in front by 4. Narrows Bridge chases from the 2nd spot. Then comes One Slick Fact in 3rd. Mesa Madeira travels nicely enough in 4th, about 6 off this runaway leader up front. It's then a break of 2.5 more. Back to Bright side of the road, trying to make up some ground from the back of affairs. Subtle Hope also coming into contention. Flash Proud Wild trying to get going from the back. Kind-Hearted Coda. They head toward the far turn, and up front, Princess Juliet. That lead was big, but it was short-lived because it's gone now. Narrows Bridge quickly takes over. One Slick Fact tries to go with that one, trying to wind up Mesa Madeira 3rd. Princess Juliet now going back through the field, but up on the front end, it's Narrows Bridge who tries to sneak away. Narrows Bridge to the top of the stretch, a length and a half in front. One Slick Fact down the outside, trying to wind up Mesa Madeira, still in with a shot. Bright side of the road sneaks up the rail. Late run from Rucciamora, and even Kind-Hearted Coda starting to fly. Narrows Bridge still a narrow leader. Down toward the inside, Bright side of the road. Here's Mesa Madeira right down the outside. Bright side of the road comes through. Mesa Madeira on the outside. Bright side of the road got it. Mesa Madeira 2nd. Narrows Bridge 3rd. Kind-Hearted Coda flew to get 4th.
Nine up, 9 down. Hope you cash today. We're set for a pretty big weekend here at Gulfstream West. 10 races on Saturday. We'll have a regular first post of about 12:35 p.m. Do note 11 races on Sunday, and we'll get that card underway little after noon. Happy handicapping. We'll see you next time right here on Thoroughbred Action.
Hit the hay. I've been working all day. Hit the hay. What do you say? Hit the hay. Hit the hay. Well, I'm tired. Let me tell you, Jack, I'm so tired.